Well, hey, welcome back to another live stream, and I hope you're enjoying the summer. A little hot up here in Truckee. I'm sure it's hot everywhere. So the topic today is what are the 5 things you need to do to get your club, get a smooth club start. And so what I mean by that is, summer starts slow. We finish club May, give or take, and we think, well, we got all this time to prepare. And the next thing you know, it's August and things start happening very quick. So I'm just going to give you 5 things. If you can get these things done in July, then it'll help you prepare to get things started next year. So let's go ahead and get started. Number one is to gather your team. And what I mean by gather your team is especially your club director. So if you can get, this is for Awana ministry directors. If you know who your Cubby director, Sparks director, TNT, Trek and Jerry, if you know who your directors are, then you're on a good path, because then you can just empower them to do ministry. So, and then if you're a club director, if you know who your key leaders are for your Sparks Club, for your TNT, then you're in good shape. So that's the first thing, is gather your team, begin to start thinking about who's going to be on your team, either if you're the ministry director, who's going to be leading the entire club, and then if you're a club director, who's going to be working in each club. Number two is begin to build your calendar. And so I would start to work on that, and I'm going to do all these topics here. I'm going to do probably in a week or so, another live stream on each one of these topics. So begin to build your calendar. When you're going to start, when you're going to finish, Thanksgiving break, Christmas break, all those kind of things, and begin to put together your calendar, especially if you're a ministry director. Like, a lot of the work for ministry directors happens over the summer. So start putting your calendar together. Number three is if there's any holes in your club for your leadership, who is going to be leading in your club. So if you want to start recruiting volunteers. And again, here in a week or so, I'm going to do a session on that. But just start thinking about who you're going to have leading who are they going to be the leaders, and begin to recruit. Number four is you want to schedule what I'm in parentheses here, an Awana Sunday, or some kind of way that you can advertise to the congregation, to parents, to church volunteers, to and so a lot of times what we'll do is on a Sunday, sometime the first or second week of August, pastor will give us 5 minutes, and somebody gets up on the stage and says, hey, I want to start September, whatever the date is. Here's how you register. Here, we need some volunteers. So if you want to talk to your pastor now about scheduling that time in August, where you can announce to the entire church when you're starting. So, and then lastly, you want to get a volunteer training day or days, or some kind of a process. So, and I would say maybe a week or two, or the 2 weeks before the first week of club. So get those on the calendar, start to invite your volunteers you had from last year. It gives you a place to plug in some of the new recruits. And then our process, some clubs now are using online training. Awana's got an Awana Basics online. You can use that. You can develop your own online training. You can do various things to train your leaders, but you want to begin to start thinking about how are you going to train and equip your leaders so that they'll be ready to go. And so anyways, those are the 5 things you might want to get busy going now, especially if you're a club director, ministry director. Get your team of leaders, get your leadership together, start to work on your calendar, start to work on recruiting volunteers, get your Awana Sunday in the church calendar on Sunday sometime in August, and then set up a training day. So if you can get those things done here in the next couple of weeks, you should be on your way to having a smooth start for your club. And like I say, here in the next week or so, I'll start doing some live streams on how building a calendar, recruiting volunteers, and so on and so forth. So anyways, hope that was helpful. And thanks again for all you're doing. I hope you're having a great summer, relaxing, rejuvenating, and we will talk to you all down the road. Thanks.